Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Poshkadas Unfiltered. We are still on the series of maths and here we are, final wedding of the season. We're back again. It's another episode of weddings, but the good thing is it looks like this is going to be the last wedding we're going to be seeing for season 9, guys. Before we get to that wedding, we touch base with Dom and Jack, who had an argument whilst at an event from last night's episode. And I guess from the recap, the argument stemmed from Dom not being able to manage Jack's domestic habits or lack thereof. And she decided she was going to out him in public, which I felt wasn't really the right place and the right platform for them to be having that conversation. It did end with them, hashing it out, and that's one thing I like about these two. They know how to argue, and they know how to argue intelligently, maturely. So I would say Jack and Dom, they've both got this emotional intelligence and wit about them that yes, we are different, we've got different ideas, but we do understand that when we argue, we have to argue and come to a truce. So they recognize each other's lapse in judgment, and it all made a difference, guys. It all made a difference. So back to our honeymooners, Matt and Kate. This episode started with Matt literally staring at his new bride. It was very creepy, as I think he's a creep. Totally staring at her. It was just in a creepy way. I didn't really find it funny. Kate, on the other hand, is not sure where she's at this point. She's not into her new partner, and they are on their way to the honeymoon. I don't know how this honeymoon is going to look like, but I'm gonna share a lot more as it unfolds. Carolina and Dion, they woke up together, and I guess they're looking forward to the honeymoon. Dion has been able to he's made progress a little bit, and I don't think he has been able to get over the fact that Carolina has got a baby, or a son, sorry, a 16-year-old son, not a baby. So it looks like there's a bit of a tension between these two going into the honeymoon, but we're going to revisit them later. Now for the final wedding of the season, we're looking at Jessica and Daniel. So Jessica is 27, Daniel is 31. We first meet Daniel, whose backstory is quite very sad, from a broken home, domestic abuse, and the death in the family. It has just sort of shaped his reality and outlook at life, and giving him a sense of purpose, if I would say. But I think this dude is coming into this show with a lot of emotional baggage. It's starting to creep up, but I think this is gonna just blow out into something that might not be comfortable. But I hope it's not the case. I just hope I am just making this up, but my instincts are not right. So let's see. Jessica is 27, still living with her folks and ready to meet Mr. Right. Her backstory is sort of similar in the sense that she has also suffered a loss in her household, and in the person of her elder sister who passed away from breast cancer, which is again very emotional and sad. And it felt like I saw what the experts were trying to do here, match these two up with the fact that they could bond over their history of losing someone, and it probably would help them understand each other better and just have something in common. I think that's where I think the experts went with the matchup. I don't know how this is going to play out, but we shall see. Wedding day came filled with emotions. Daniel walks down the aisle. Just on the other hand, is high spirited about her day. COVID-19 restriction meant that there were no guests. It was so quiet and sort of sad. Again, pandemic. We were all in this pandemic together, all in the bubble of just being locked in Australia. I don't know, because Australia, as we all know, it was was the country that was really locked in from every other country around the world. So now taking a look at this on video and seeing how it has impacted other people's life, the pandemic was a challenge for all of us. We all had our fair share of something to deal with. Anyway, the wedding went straight ahead. They were happy as beautiful vows were exchanged. Reception was between them. Not very, vibey, but again, it was all the best they could do. They bonded. They did bond with the loss of the fact that they both shared. They bonded with the loss, Dan, of his brother, Jess, her sister. So it kind of brought them together just a little bit. Dan shared what he thinks about her to his sister and niece, who is really he's very fond of her. He gets very emotional, and I'm not sure why, but it's clear his niece is central to the outcome of this experiment for him, and the decision that I think he's going to be making will be weighing very heavily on him, based off of the fact that he wants to have sort of stability that he feels his niece lacks. I really don't know why this will be his problem, but again, a troubled soul, oftentimes they try to help everyone else apart from themselves. So a comment about having a real wedding and wearing a comfy clothes set Daniel off. It took me quite surprised. I was surprised. It just from left field. Dude was so intense, very intense. Daniel felt it was fake, and Daniel felt it was out of place for her to make that comment. Daniel, this wedding is fake. It's an experiment. Your wedding is not exactly recognized at the court of law. It just means you guys are doing a commitment to stay with each other. And if you guys go the 9 yards, you can then eventually go on and get married outside of the experiment. So she's right to say that your families are not even present for these nuptials, and you are already having all of these emotions because she made a comment regarding she wanting to be comfortable and not be all glammed up. Dude, get real. Get real. It just got a little bit heated. I feel he's kind of hot-headed. I didn't like that reaction at all. Well, reception isn't over, and they are already at, each other's throat. Guys, well, between you and I, let's just buckle up, buckle our seatbelt up, guys. It looks like the train will be making a lot of stops on Drama Avenue. I am here for it. It's the morning after the wedding night for Jess and Dan. It appears Dan has realized his error in lapse of judgment as regarding the incident that had to do with the wedding dress comment. Again, he apologized, which is good. He did apologize, and they moved on from it. And I guess they took on painting, which was a therapy they needed, or is it? A home-cooked meal to end their honeymoon started off well until the honeymoon honesty box appeared. I don't know why the expert will do this. Like, it's too early, but I guess, again, the drama of it all is what is the reason behind all of this. Question of attraction came up again. Jess' answers probably wasn't what Dan wanted to hear. According to her, she didn't really find him attractive. He's not her usual type of guy. And Dan answers were, okay, I find you attractive, but you're not exactly run-of-the-mill girl that I will go for, my dream girl. Again, it's normal. These guys, you just met yourself 2 days ago. Question 2 was, what would you change about me? This was Jess's question to Dan. Dan felt he was put on the spot. He didn't want to answer. Jess said, well, you not answering, I think she's playing a mental game here. You not answering actually just give your answer away. And again, Dan just took it the wrong way. Blew short fuse. Dude has got a short fuse. Ran a fair bit of tantrum, and they ended the dinner with yet another argument. We haven't even started with these two, and they are already at each other's neck. Another Brent and Tamara in the making, guys. I really do not know. It ended with Dan sleeping in a separate room and Jess sleeping in a separate room. But at some point, Dan overheard Jess making a phone call, just literally, telling whoever she was telling on the phone how a terrible person he is. No surprise. Dan, why were you eavesdropping? You're going to get out more. You're going to find out more that you're not ready to hear or listen if, But let's watch this space. But I just know that there's a lot more that we're going to be seeing with these two. It is going to kick off, and it's not going to be pleasant for either of them. But for me, content. So now to the honeymooners, Kate and Matt. There seems to be one person that's enthused, and that's Matt. He is all for this relationship, and for the life of me, dude keeps referencing The Notebook, the movie The Notebook. Someone is in La La Land here. I literally lost count of how many times he referenced the movie The Notebook. I don't understand what it is about the movie that he loved so much, and everything, every scene, every gesture was, you know, a part of The Notebook. Dude, get a grip. Get a grip. The honeymoon for these two is sort of boring. I didn't get a lot from it. Matt is certainly putting in all the effort. Kate is such a stiff person. She's got a very stiff persona. Beautiful, but just very stiff. I can understand why, because she then did share during their dinner date, which I think was what the doctor ordered, you know. And according to Kate, it was a milestone for her, given that the relationship had exceeded her usual length. It's been 3 nights, and according to her, her relationship or whatever only ends after night 2. So let's bravo chick, you went past night 2. So I guess it's onward and upwards from here for her. And she did eventually share to Matt that she hasn't actually been in a relationship. She's gone out on dates, she's dated a lot, but the relationship part of it has been lacking. Matt empathized, saw her, kind of gave her the benefit of doubt, and said he's willing to be patient with her and, you know, take it as they go and willing to go at her pace. Good on Matt. Guy seems genuine and sounds like a gentleman, but we don't know. There's more to come for these two as we go. Caroline or Carolina and John, on the other hand, honeymoon and dinner day starts off with oysters. Well, oysters would have been perfect if that was the only thing on the menu, until the honeymoon box you know, just rocked up. I'm not sure why they would choose a dinner date to reveal this box. It's just beyond me. Let these two, you know, enjoy these oysters and what it connotates for them. You know, they didn't. Question came, and the first question was, what role did each other play in their previous relationship, you know, breakdown? And Dion said probably he was more present or something to that effect. Carolina talked about the fact that she was in a relationship that wasn't right for her. The last one, she found out that her partner was cheating with prostitutes. What a, you know, what a shocker for that one. You know, I really didn't know what to say when she said that. I just felt for her. Again, kind of shows her why she's this strong and very, you know, independent, and really don't care who is hurt by whatever she does or whatever she says. I think she's had a lot of encounter with people being messy around her, so she just knows, don't trust anyone. It's just, I'm gonna do me, I don't care about you. So it kind of makes sense, because you now see a little bit more, you get more insight as to the way she is. The attraction question came up. Carolina, you know, doesn't exactly find him attractive because he is not her type. Dion didn't take too kindly to this. He finds her attractive and his ego got bruised. I just felt, oh my god, they could have at least allowed the oysters to do its magic. Guys, like, seriously, why? You could see Dion getting offended. He got up, left the table. It was just a mess. Carolina just kept going and kept digging. So like, I know you've got a lot of money, and the girls that you've been with pretend to find attractive because of your money. On the other hand, I'm just gonna tell you for what it is. I was like, chick, stop. You are not helping this guy's ego. She just kept throwing punches. She's got no filter, girl. She's got no filter. And I think it is about to explode, and the dinner party tomorrow will be set alight. Guys, I'm talking secret attractions, all the work. So join me tomorrow as we go over the dinner party event, and stay safe. Don't forget to like this video, please, and support the channel wherever way you can. Bye, guys.